Welcome to Debt Relief and Credit Repair channel. Your concerns are our answers. The information presented in this video and channel is for informational purposes only. No professional, accounting, financial, investment, or legal advice is given or implied by the channel or moderators. When having our 1099-A working, we make sure its funds pay out, especially when we're making a purchase. Well, here's a powerful tool when dealing with 1099-A. For today's video, we will be talking about how great Form 56 is and why you should complete its process. Let's say that you want to purchase a space or a car. Then you're dealing with a realtor or someone willing to accept 1099-A as payment. In this case, you have to appoint yourself as a fiduciary over your social security number to complete Form 56. Well, what is the process? Here's this accessible video that could point you in the right direction. By all means, we just want someone to simply explain things to us. Now let's go over Form 56 and make sure that you will make it to the end of this video to know the process and eventually discover your own. Using the IRS Form 56, you can let the IRS know the status of any fiduciary relationship you could be a part of. This form can be used to end fiduciary relationship as well. What motivations drive your desire to complete Form 56? We are involved with fiduciary relationships, both the ones that we know and didn't know about. The reason for this form is to end any fiduciary relationships created. Fiduciary obligations, for instance, were established the moment you were born. The birth certificate of a person might be a trust document. When a child enrolls in school, another fiduciary connection is established. Plans are made in the school's treasury that designate the children as beneficiaries and allow them to benefit from things like free and discounted lunches. The child is the beneficiary of the trust, and the school, as a company, serve as your trustee. If you are paying out using 1099-A and you want all parties involved to be cleared, then Form 56 is the key. Your legislative interface to the business world is what we refer to as your Strawman. You won't be able to function in the business world if you entirely reject your Strawman. You would starve if you abandoned your Strawman entirely. However, it's possible to give away liabilities without giving away benefits. In the commercial world, your Strawman is your artificial legal person. Introduced by the Uniform Commercial Code, your Strawman is the one that is tough out, not you as living human. In this process, you have to give the liabilities anything that is attached to your Strawman. You're gifting those away from you, the human, but you're not giving away the benefits. The benefits include the credits you get to use from your trust, such as being able to discharge a debt. The Internal Revenue Code is an indirect excise tax on the right to conduct business as an artificial entity, such as partnership or corporation established under federal law but not state law. A partnership is a type of corporation. In fact, the Constitution only defines income as a corporate profit of this business, United States Incorporated. Income tax on the benefit of operating as a corporation determined by the corporation's profit. Your Strawman is the artificial entity. Your benefit in using this artificial legal person is the indirect excise tax. Whether you are in a limited liability company or LLC or incorporation or INC, everything is on a fiat basis. The entities are the corporation as your actual companies and your strawman. However, you as the living human should be the representative and not your strawman. According to the Internal Revenue Code, corporations are citizens. To illustrate, corporations are citizens in the metaverse. You are the living human. But in the metaverse, under the Internal Revenue Code, your corporation can be considered a citizen. Corporations are also beneficiaries of a trust. Through your strawman, it represents the trustees of a trust. The trustees are also officers of the corporation, the individuals of the government, and anybody who's running that are considered trustees. A corporation is a citizen, resident or inhabitant of a state or country by under the laws of which it was created and of that state or country only. 19 Corpus Juris Secundum Legal Encyclopedia Corporations 886. Under the Internal Revenue Code, a U.S. person is the only proper subject of the tax code, and that person is a corporation, your strawman. Thus, that U.S. person is the strawman. That U.S. person is defined in the 26 U.S.C. 7701 A30, 26 CFR 3016109-1 B1 identifies the U.S. person only as an it and not a he or she. Such a person can be either a resident alien or a citizen residing in a territory of the United States. Money doesn't grow on trees, Machona de Liwayo said. Individuals that live in the District of Columbia are the only residents of the United States. Outside the federal zone are considered non-resident aliens. But if an individual is living inside the federal zone, he or she is a resident alien or a citizen. In the case where an individual is residing in a territory of the United States but in unincorporated areas such as Puerto Rico, it is a matter of fact out of the IRS why the said country is a territory outside of the federal zone. It has nothing to do with the non-resident aliens that live in the other states. That's why only the 50 states of the District of Columbia are right. The UCC applies differently in every state. So when you either fill out your form W4 or you file 1040, what you tell the government is that you are either an employee or resident of a federal zone, and that's how they're able to tax you, because you are filling out the 1040s and W4s. When you file a 1040 or complete a W4, you are basically indicating to the government under penalty of perjury that you are either a trustee or an officer of a foreign alien corporation that resides in the federal zone, District of Columbia. Look at the top left of the form for 1040. It says, only submitted by U.S. individuals. And that's exactly what it means if you live in a federal zone, which is the United States. The rest of the population are non-alien residents. Federal government only has jurisdiction over foreign commerce. Under Article 1, Section 8, Clause 3 of the Constitution, the strawman is identified as Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, p. 880, as idem sonans. Idem sonans sounding the same or alike, having the same sound. The term applied to names that are substantially the same, though slightly varied in the spelling, or Lawrence and Lawrence. They want you to be your own strawman. That's all. You can be taxed when you fill out Form W4 or 1040 on behalf of your strawman, since you are your strawman during that process. Now let's take a look on Form 56. Here it is and how you will fill it out. Complete the default information data from vital statistics. Where your birth certificate was registered should be entered. You can Google search for the vital statistic department in the states where you were born. Indicate your time of birth as well as the day that your birth was registered. The birth certificate number and the date the birth certificate was registered will also be listed. Mail it to the same address where you send your 1040s after signing it. Just remember to find out where you send your 1040 when you see taxes, because that is where you mail this. Say they come from Kansas, Austin, or a similar location. These are all the basic information we could share with you about this process. Please make sure you click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more accessible financial tips. If you have any question beforehand, you can either leave them down below the comment section in this video and search more people that need help.